Hi everyone, today we're excited to be reviewing Amazfit Bip Lite. We'll tell you what the tracker does well and what could have been done better. That's right, this is Huami's Amazfit Bip Lite. It's a newer and slightly lighter version of the Amazfit Bip. Let's find out how light it actually proves to be. Huami is one of Xiaomi's spin-offs, and its focus is the wearable electronics market. In fact, most of the trackers, bands and watches under the Amazfit and Xiaomi Mi brands come from Huami. It's actually one of the world's largest wearable tech companies, with over 50 million units sold to date. The Huami's Amazfit Bip Lite left us with a feeling of longing. The Bip Lite is so light on particular features that we struggle to identify its purpose or niche. On the WesKnows channel, we test the tech wearables by taking them out to the field. We actually use them. We dive deeper than just the text on the box. We try them out in action to bring you brutally honest reviews. So hit that subscribe button below the screen to ensure you get up-to-date information on the latest tech. Right, let's get into it. The device has a squarish face with chunky bezels on all sides. Amazfit plastered its name on the space below the screen. We're not sure if that's a style feature or a gimmick to mask the fat border lip below the screen. Either way, the screen is large enough to be convenient in reading texts and the caller's ID. The Bip Lite uses 20mm silicone straps, and yes, they are quick release and replaceable. The release clasps are generic and fit most 20mm straps of the same type. The strap's bonus is they have a watch-like clasp, but unfortunately it's plastic, and the plastic does not feel premium at all. On the other hand, it is light and goes in hand with the task of reducing weight. The tracker is on the light side at only 32 grams. The silicone straps are just too plain and feel too generic and lackluster. See the clasp rounder. Other brands usually have their logos here, but the Bip Lite missed out on that, and it's just that little extra attention to detail which does make a difference. On the back, you have the optical heart rate sensor, which you can set up to plot and measure continuously in the Amazfit or Mi Fit app. The Bip Lite has a 1.28-inch 176 by 176 pixel reflective always-on Gorilla Glass 3 display with native damage resistance, which essentially means it's the usual scratch-resistant screen. The display itself is quite basic, designed to be easy to read, and the interface navigation follows common patterns. Swiping from the top, bottom and towards the left, open the quick panel and notifications. Aside from the settings menu, there are 6 additional screens which provide access to weather, an alarm clock, a timer, the daily activity status consisting of the heart rate, step count and calorie consumption, and an activity screen managing available workouts. There's a very limited functionality in terms of sport or fitness profiles. In fact, the profiles are too basic. There's only 4, and that's in 2019 and in a band that costs over $50 or £50. Usually in this price segment, even the most basic of trackers from the likes of Huawei, Honor, Samsung and others pack a punch with at least 10 activity profiles. The Bip Lite is 3 ATM waterproof. That is, you could take it up to 30 meters below the waterline. But that seems pointless as it misses out completely of any swimming profiles. Huami may have just as well called the tracker splash-proof. Mind you, you have the Mi Band 4, Honor Band 5, Huawei Band 3 Pro, just to name a few, that have swim profiles and do stroke recognition, count your laps, swolf, and some even pack inbuilt GPS to cover your open water swims. Check out our Huawei Band 3 Pro and Honor Band 5 reviews for more details. I took the tracker out for a run and used my day-to-day Garmin Fenix 5S to track baseline results. I ran some short 3K with some stops along the way, and I have used the button on the side of the bib to pause when I have stopped. The experience just increased my annoyance. The 3K run was split into 3 strips. On the second strip, the Bip Lite just froze on 80 meters and carried with that value until I noticed several minutes into the run. The battery life is a prominent feature of the tracker. Thanks to its huge lithium polymer cell, Amazfit claims 45 days on a single charge. In our testing, using several exercise modes, we had it on without recharging for over 2 weeks, and it still had juice remaining. Amazfit uses a proprietary charger for the Bip Lite. It's quite large and looks a lot like a dock for the watch to rest in while it charges. This is actually one of the very few premium features we noticed in the Bip Lite. The dock reminded us of Fitbit's latest watch charging docks, and that's a compliment because Fitbit are a premium brand and they know how to highlight the premium features. In the following sections, we'll look at activity profiles, connectivity, and the compatible app that plots and adds color to your metrics. It's actually in these sections that we faced most issues, and our perception of the Amazfit Bip Lite quickly deteriorated. We have seen and read a lot of praise for this tracker in other reviews, but being brutally honest, it's not the most sophisticated nor feature-rich tracker in the sub-$60 space. We have failed to connect to the Amazfit app, and we tried plenty of times, by the way. We tried it on a Huawei P20 and an iPhone 11. So instead, we had to use the Mi Fit app. And yes, it is the official alternative to the Amazfit app. Personally, I like this app. It is relatively fluffy and lacks appeal for the sport-minded users, but nonetheless, it adds a sufficient amount of customization and even has maps with your location on the front screen and shows you the tracks covered in one of the 3 GPS-connected activity profiles: running, cycling, and walking. The app does offer some cool hacks, such as custom haptic vibration alarms, so you can set a different one for your text coming in, your phone calls, and your alarms in the morning. There are also additional watch faces to choose from. In overview, the connectivity issues make a simple sync process a cumbersome endeavor that on some occasions can take anywhere between 5 and 20 minutes. Also, I have been disconnected from the app too many times, and as mentioned, every reconnection is lengthy and unpredictable. It is neither an amazing smartwatch, it lacks activity profiles and features that would make us consider it even as an entry-level activity tracker. Then there are the continuous connectivity issues, which make using the wearable simply frustrating. The only saving grace, in our view, is the larger than average screen size. The other features are just generic, like alarms, timer, stopwatch, sleep tracking. But considering the price and other downfalls, we give it a 2 out of 5 mark. Maybe our expectations were too high. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. If you have enjoyed watching our video review, please push the subscribe button below the video and keep watching us for more honest reviews.